I prefer the coffee.
What up, though? It's your boy Coffee back with another one, and right here is Danny from the Stop throwing a space with Mr. Number 5 in there. Yes, Elliott Wilson, the OG. Come on, let's go. And Danny was asking him some good questions, and Elliott was answering them like straight up and down. He didn't give him the runaround. And also, who hopped in there? No other than Rocky Thunder. And Rory came in there to chime in, put his 2 cents on there. Shout out to Rory. But y'all give me y'all thoughts. Comment, like, subscribe. Enjoy. Like, y'all let me know, how do y'all feel about Elliott being number 5? Like, y'all think he should have been lower, higher? Like, do y'all think Charlamagne hating, or is he telling the truth?
Johnny Clips is tight once Elliot. If Elliot does come, I swear, if he don't come, that'd be a flex. I wouldn't be mad at it. I wouldn't be
It'd be
mad at it.
tough. That'd be a tough flex.
Yeah. All right, Elliot's here, man. Happy to have Elliot with us, man. This is pretty dope, man. Elliot, how are you? Don't forget to unmute your mic. A lot of people forget to do that.
It's the
Oh,
one that
snap.
looks like a mic.
Lower left hand corner. It's the purple mic. What up? What up? What up? What up, though? Hove might be in the
It said I'm not
Anon.
smart enough to know how to work this shit, right? Yo,
What you say?
it said I'm not smart enough to know how to work this shit. I'm here, man.
Oh, nah, man. It's just there's a lot of people, man. They don't know that sometimes you they just talking and they don't even know that they muted.
Yeah,
But
Damaris was saying that yesterday. I heard Damaris on. Yo, shout out Damaris. I really enjoy. I caught the rip of that. Somebody ripped it, put it on YouTube. But Damaris kind of inspired me to say, "Fuck it, me and Danny got to kick it. Let's do it."
yeah, man, there's been a lot of tension, man. There's been a lot of tension. But anyway, what made you do this? Was it's just the Damaris thing? Because I know a lot of people. There's been other people trying to do Twitter Spaces with me, and there
Hmm.
was this one situation that I was like, I don't know if I could do that one. But you, I was like, yes.
Hey, man, I got shit to promote, man. I'm back out. Got 2 platforms. I got the Elliott Wilson Experience. I'm dropping that every Thursday. I got the bigger picture with Jeremy Heck, DJ Head, debate show on every Saturday. The bigger picture. So Elliot Wilson Experience, the bigger picture, man. I'm back outside, so just trying to let the world know.
So you only
And I
have
respect what you do, and I respect the community that you're building. So
Thank you, man. I appreciate
yeah,
it. So you
tap
only
in.
have 2 platforms? Did I hear
I'm
that?
slipping, right? I suck, don't I? Only got 2 now.
No, it was not even that. I think
At
2
zero.
is fine, but there's one you didn't mention. What happened to that other one?
So you going into rap radar, trying to create some drama? That's what the streets want to know,
There's
right? Me
there's
and B
no
Dot.
drama. There's no drama. Yeah, the streets do want to know that.
There's
Where's Rap
there's
Radar?
no drama, man. Rap radar will be back soon, man. Never count us out, man. Me and B Dot still the tag team champions, man. I don't. We've had our stop and goes with the brand for many times through the years, as people can trace and know, but we know our catalog and the quality interviews that we delivered and will continue to deliver. So, we had a situation, it kind of fell through. So we just trying to figure out what the next move is. But, don't count us out. We'll be back soon.
So what was the situation that fell through?
A deal, sometimes deals work out, sometimes deals don't.
Okay.
That's just what life is. I don't talk about it like publicly or badmouth the company or say this or that. You know what I mean? Like I keep it classy, man. Business is business. Sometimes things work out, sometimes they don't. So it's been a major setback. Well, first, the original thing we were on, that podcast division got shut down. So that's what ended it officially with them, even though they were great people at Warner that we did the deal with. And then we had another pending deal and that fell through, like I said. So, but I wouldn't count us out, man. You never know. Rap Radar gonna pop back up, man. Last time we did that, we popped up with Rick Ross and Miami Heat Arena. So I feel like the biggest interviews are still would only be me and B Dot together to really pull them off. Not even me solo. So I think we sort of set that standard. So I think we can still do it when it's right.
Now I'm not gonna act like I always is like, yo, I was a big Elliot fan, but I must say, man, your interviews are really needed. Like I've been thinking about the way you do interviews.
Yeah.
It is totally different, and it's from a point of like journalism, which is sorely missed. And I know I love the Joe Budden podcast. I love Rory and Maul, but
Yeah.
you guys are able
Absolutely.
to do the science in a different way.
Yeah, I mean that was great. About the great thing about me and B Dot is that we both are journalists and we have differences, age difference, and he does his research, and his point of view is different than my point of view a lot of times. But he does his research, I do my research. We kind of work separately in terms of that, and then when we come together, it's just kind of magical chemistry of like talking to these artists and asking the right stuff and just creating this captivating conversation that the people want to know. So and it's great because you see Sean, like someone like Big Sean. B Dot's built his own relationship with Big Sean. I built my own relationship with Big Sean. So like B Dot's hosted Big Sean listening in New York. I'm hosting the one tonight in LA because I moved out here. So that's the only thing that's kind of different because I moved out here with the West Coast. So I'm West Coast Wilson right now. So West Coast Wilson. So things aren't exactly the same as it was, but nah, B Dot's the man. He's doing great work with Angela Yee and stuff and everything he got going on. And I think the Rap Radar boys will be back soon. Don't get excited out here. You know what I'm saying? Don't think it's sweet, man.
Yeah, I don't think it's sweet. Absurd has his hand up. Absurd, what
Yeah, let's
up?
go. Yeah,
E-
invite the
E-
people too. Like I want to kick with everybody in the community. Like I know,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah.
So Elliot, my
Let me
question
invite
is,
Jonay up.
What's your name,
what
my
you
G? State your name,
uh
my G.
Talk FNF TV? I'm Rhetoric from Talk FNF TV.
What's up, brother? How you?
What's going on, good sir? I had a
Yes,
question because
sir.
I know you said that the deal didn't fall through with you and BDOT. Do you feel like that's something that's required to kind of handle what you have developed at Rap Radar? Is that you kind of need a backing, or is that something that y'all may
Hey
explore in the
man, I
future?
like pause ahead of time. I like backing, man. I don't like I don't like the
That was crazy.
I like to do good business, man. I don't I mean again, I get it that sometimes you got to put your own money behind your shit. And that's cool, but no, I think that we warrant a certain level of the deal and certain partners, and magnify what we got going on. So, yeah, I'm always in favor of like trying to figure out what's best for business. And again, I think we romanticize independence, but independence is tough, man. I like to always have a lot of things going on where it's like I have some sort of partners and backing, but at the same time, I pursue entrepreneurial shit at the same time. So. I'm never want to be one way with it, I mean, it's worked for someone like Joe, and he's monetized that way, and that's great for him. But it's like for me, it's like I love to have that balance. Me and Ian Schwartzman often have that debate about that. But at the same time, I'm like, yo, I want both things. I don't think it's a fucking either or. I think it's an and. It's like I want to include it. Like I want to have the right partners to magnify what we do because what we do is different and unique. And I also don't like the way the world now is everything's just about the numbers and the numbers just this and the numbers are like, fuck the numbers. I don't care about it the same. I mean, I care about it. I know it's important, but I can't be solely judged by the numbers at this point because it's internet shit. I don't know how it really works, and I didn't build this YouTube presence back in 2009, which I should have done. And you can't define me by that. Define me by the quality of the work that I do and my consistency. And like, I'm about to show motherfuckers with it.
If it's fuck the numbers, how do we measure impact?
I mean, by you excited to talk to me, Danny, right? Like you're the person who critiques all of us, right? So, but you said Elliott Wilson, I'm gonna make time for and talk to him. Like, so you know what I'm saying? Like, same with the Charlamagne shit. Like, I'm irrelevant, but you crashed out on me for 30 minutes on your platform. So how am I irrelevant if you got 30 minutes for me? Like I'm not irrelevant. I'm still that nigga. Like, what do you want me to tell you? Like, you would not be able to get 30 minutes off against me if I was irrelevant or not worthy to be talked about. So I don't know. It's all judgment call. And like again, what's important to me is that I'm trying to make sure I don't want to rest myself on past laurels and shit. Like I'm here to just do work, compete with whatever the shit is. If it's about a young streamers out here winning, God bless. But I still feel like I have a place in this game, and I'm gonna prove it.
What is it with this
That's what's
short?
up.
I was gonna ask something real quick. What is it with the Charlamagne thing? Because it almost feels like y'all don't
Y'all
like
love
each
that
other.
Charlamagne drama. Y'all love.
No, it's because of course you
Yo,
beef with one of the.
a lot of young creators got their content pieces off of the Elliot Charlamagne war. I saw
Yeah,
it on the YouTube. As you know,
yeah,
Danny, that's your world. I saw it on the YouTube. I seen
yeah,
it.
but I'm saying like I feel like y'all haven't liked each other for quite some time, and this complex list is just bubbled it. I just think
I think
like
so.
there's
I
been
don't think
things.
he likes me, so it's fine. Why can't I say that?
So
If
why don't you think he likes
I
50
you?
think
Cent
it's
has
a
let the
fact.
world know he doesn't like me, so why can't two black men not like each other? It's fine. There's no drama. There's no beef. I don't want to kick his back in. He don't kick my back in. It's like I'm a grown ass man. I want to fight him. I don't give a fuck. Like you could just not like each other. You can still respect each other too, but not like each other. So
Y'all
I just
respect
said at a
each
certain
other,
point, like let's not pretend. I got tired of the whole pretending shit. You know what
but
I'm saying?
why
Like
were
we don't
you
have to pretend.
pretending? What was the why
Because
were
I'm
you?
trying to be a nice nigga. And like I thought, we've done good business, and like I'm just trying to, I'm a good person. I try to be that. If you don't apparently tell me there's a problem with me, then I don't know what the problem is. But I've always said there's like tension between us and not where it's at. So as you saying that, Danny, and you observe all this shit deeper than all of us. So clearly there's something there. I don't know what it's there. And at this point, I'm just like, I'm not here to explore what's there and just to say, cool. We don't have to be cool with each other. It's all good. Keep it
You
moving.
sure you don't know? You don't have any inclination as to why Charlamagne is not. Come on, man. We all have an inclination of why this person don't like us and why that person don't like me.
Well, a lot of people don't like me, Danny. What do you want me to do, man? I talk my shit. I've been in it longer than anybody, talking my shit at the highest level. So I breed certain level of resentment regardless. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not here to analyze why somebody doesn't like me. Like I'm good with you not liking me. It's fine. I'm not here to be like I said. Like we had that whole debate about Hove and Snoop. I'm like, the popular answer is to say, hey, Snoop Dogg is the most known and loved rapper, blah blah. And Hove isn't. But Hove is the biggest to me. It's like to me to be the biggest is like everybody doesn't love you per se. Some people don't like you because of your success. Love you don't like you because they don't feel like they know you. It's like I'm here to be the biggest and polarizing figure. I'm not here to just be everybody loves Elliott. Like that's not who I've ever been. Everybody never always loved me. They respect the work. That's all that matters to me. Respect the work.
Do you
Hey,
think it's?
Elliot.
Oh, go ahead,
Is that
Rocky.
rock? The rock's in the building.
The Rock is in the building. How you?
Yo, you like the queen of spaces and shit out here. You know what I'm saying? You running this shit. I appreciate you.
I mean, I'm coming back. Same. We're relatable in a way. We're not everyone loves me, but you're gonna have to respect the work. How you
Exactly.
been?
Yeah, I'm good, love. I appreciate that for real.
Question. Why did you accept the invitation from Danny to do his spaces, and do you feel now? Do you feel that you're kind of on a rebrand now? And if so, do you feel that you have to touch spaces by some of the new guys coming up? Is this going to be like the?
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, absolutely. Yeah, it's like well, Danny's reached out before about doing something. You know, I tease him at
Definitely
times.
on red.
I give him the business once in a while. It's Danny from the stop, and like you know, like, I give him the business about his shit. But like, I recognize what he's done. He's been a leader of this whole like sort of like con- uh, podcast critics, right? Holding us accountable of what we create and like content creation about content creators, and like he's been at the forefront of it. So I respect it. I respect people building different movements. And like, we talked about doing something for a while. And then like I said, something about hearing Damaris yesterday and stuff, I was just like, you know what, it's time. Let me just check in with Danny and the community that he's built. I see how you've emerged on this platform. And, I got the whole EWE popping. I got the bigger picture. So yeah, I always have to feel like I have to reinvent myself and present my new content to the world and
Right.
compete. That's what it's about. But
So
I don't
as
feel like
mhm.
the youth took over Big Dog like Drake told me. Like I feel like I got a place in this
Yeah.
shit
So
still.
as an OG,
You know?
if you would give Danny any advice for how he's moving or how he can move forward.
Rocky, Rocky, don't you do, like
What
what I
advice would you give Danny?
I would think more content
That's
with
a
you.
nasty space,
yeah.
I
Danny.
think you guys have like a the rockiest like work relationship kind of shit. I think more content with you would probably balance this whole shit. Basically, I think.
Rocky won 90% of it all. Like, I don't know.
Yo, Rocky deserves it, man. You about to talk about that. Break
Let
that down, man.
Elliot, let him know I'm a big dog out here.
You've been outside. We've been outside, man.
All right,
Yeah.
absurd.
Rocky Thunder been outside. Don't try to play. You know what I'm saying? Respect the veterans out here, man.
I respect
We
that.
out here
Absurd
for
got
real.
his hand up. What up?
Elliot, you had said something earlier about being
Who's
a
this,
little
my G? It's
reluctant
like
for to,
yo. I always do this joke
I'm
about.
rhetoric.
Remember when Zulu Nation used to have their like gatherings? To be like this one brother was like, "Yo, state your name and your affiliation." You know what I'm saying? So, what's your name?
My bad, I just said it. So I'm rhetoric, talk FNF.
What's up, brother? How you?
Um, good. But no, my question was, you said you were about the internet. You were kind of reluctant about going full force in the internet. Was that due to maybe like the culture, or was that just a personal decision?
What do you mean real reluctant about going to the internet? What you mean?
Well, you said like you didn't go full force. You had
Oh no,
said earlier like you
YouTube.
didn't
I'm
go
saying
full
YouTube.
force in the
YouTube is
internet
my
early.
biggest regret.
Yes, I mean
Yeah,
like
YouTube. No,
that's what I
no.
mean.
The
Was it a
internet was ahead of the curve.
reluctance?
Like I sort of, we came in. All blog era love aside, we came in late. Rap Radar. Everybody's mad I came in, but I know what we did in that blog era. Like nobody want to give us our due, but it is what it is. But I'm always ahead of the curve a lot of ways. But in terms of YouTube, I wasn't ahead of the curve. I didn't embrace it. I created this sort of adversarial position against it, where it's like, oh, you're flagging my videos. Fuck that. Like I hate y'all. I'll create a new YouTube and like I didn't see the value back then. So one of my biggest mistakes or regrets I say is like I didn't embrace YouTube culture back then because imagine if Elliott Wilson had built a YouTube following from those areas, beginning in the '08, '09 early Rap Radar days. We were like getting flagged all the time because I was like outside for the first time, like really documenting culture and like shooting at Fader Fort and putting videos up, and then we would get tagged and shit because we don't own the video and strike our page down. So I should have figured out how to like reboot and embrace the YouTube culture. But yeah, I feel like I was behind with YouTube, but not internet culture per se, just YouTube.
All right, Abdul.
Yo, what's up, Elliot? Just another question about Charlamagne, because you and B Dot did do Brilliant Idiots like right after Scorpion, the album dropped. Did you feel a little bit of that tension, like when you were on that pod with him?
I feel like there's always been something between me and Charlamagne that I don't really know what it is. Like we keep saying, so it is what it is. Like also even when we had some tension before, like he said, he had called me. We had a weird conversation, and then he went on Rap Radar podcast, and we had a great interview on Rap Radar podcast. So I felt like he was very honest, and I asked him some tough questions, Danny style, and he like he answered the question. So, I mean, go back and watch the Charlamagne Rap Radar podcast. I think it's really important interview about stuff. And at that time, Envy had all that drama with the real estate shit and all that type of stuff. So it was a really great interview. So I don't know. I think when we come together, we do great work. But I just feel like personally, there's still something kind of between us that's not, where it needs to be. So I'm about transparency. So we don't have to be cool. It is what it is. But maybe I'll go back. Maybe I'll go in the Breakfast Club and try to promote my stuff. And DJ Envy being my light skinned Queen's brother could be a mediator of some sort. We'll see.
All right, DX Native. What up?
Yo, Elliot, what's up?
Yo, it's like a
So,
press conference. I like this. It's great. Like a
yo,
rap
so,
press conference.
so Elliot, you've been shooting at your like the tractors for a while now, since like the beginning of the year. Do you feel like people haven't been putting enough respect on your name when it comes to this media content? 'Cause especially when the contest list came out, I think it was like top five, and people had a lot to say
Yeah,
about that.
yeah. I didn't understand why Charlamagne, out of all the people on the list, targeted me and said you don't belong. And then he didn't explain why I didn't belong. And then he did after the facts, but at the real time he didn't do it. So that's kind of why I went. I crashed out, as the kids say. The word to my crash out tweet that's everywhere. So I crashed out because I was like, he's saying I don't belong. He's singling me out, but he's not saying why I don't belong. So yeah, that pissed me off. I feel like an underdog, man. Nobody's had my career. I've been in this longer than anybody, and like more competitive. And that's even why the other day, like when I saw Angie Martinez, shout out to Ange, she's directing Clark Kent's documentary. And I bigged up Ange because, that's my sister in the game. And like, now I took the LL Cool J theory of like, what is actually the Mount Rushmore? If you think about the Mount Rushmore, it really was about who came first and built the shit, right? It's not about like who's the most popular now, right? So the most popular now you could say is Joe Budden, Charlamagne, academics, whatever. But who built it was more people like me, Angie, Sway, and Big Boy. So that's why I said the other day, I tweeted the other day, it's like, where the Mount Rushmore? Like that's hard to argue,
You
Maybe
don't
some
think
other names
Charlotte?
belong or not.
You don't
No,
think Charlemagne has a point though? Like this list was supposed to be like the most hot right now. You feel like you number five.
I think the difference with me, Danny, is that with social media and people are starting to really give me more credit now with social media is that my approach to social media was different than anybody else at the time. I document the culture through social media, through Twitter and Instagram specifically. I big up my shit. I also big up quality work done not by me. And my approach to it and how I did it was in a way that really impacted culture. So that's why you have those crash out moments and these sort of things that I have. So I think I don't get credit for that. That my platform, my name itself, and my social media strategy changed the game. So I think that's what's being recognized. And that, yes, if Drake and Kendrick have a battle, and I've been in the midst of that battle from the beginning, from asking Drake about Kendrick's control verse to Kendrick shouting me out during King Kunta saying, Elliot, your nigga got a ghostwriter. Like, I've been in the battle before it even was the battle. So what they have to say to me, whether he thinks I ratted on him or he's joking that I'm a rat at his video shoot, like, I'm different in this game. Like I'm part of all this shit, whether you like it or not. So I think Charlamagne's kind of played more of the political shit in his recent endeavors and like maybe uncomfortable with my continued impact in hip hop culture because I am who I am. So that's how I look at it.
Got it. Furious, go ahead.
Yo, what up, Elliot? Furious Robinson podcast here.
Yes,
Yo,
sir.
with the two new ventures, what's
Yeah, yeah.
what's the vision behind that? What are you looking to do? Like, did you see an open lane and you were like, okay, I'm about to jump on it, or are you kind of bringing something that you maybe already have, but really adding your sauce to it? Like, how does that look?
I appreciate that question. Yeah, everyday struggle, as Joe said, originally was supposed to be me and Joe. Um, and then it didn't work out. Business couldn't get done. And thankfully, hate it or love it, it brought the world the front facing of academics to the world. So and he's taking that shit and taking it to another level. So shout out to Big Act. But yeah, the idea of a hip hop debate show, first and foremost, is heavy in everybody's mind of what a first take or even before that partner interruption could look like for hip hop. It's kind of an idea everybody tried to do. No one could get it off the ground. And then finally, the most biggest example of the success of it was the academics, Joe Budden, everyday struggle era. So in the back of my mind, it just ended up coming together with the whole Drake Kendrick battle of like, DJ Heads out here, he's in the West Coast and he's looked at as sort of like a Kendrick advocate or voice of Kendrick in some sense. And Jeremy Heck is an amazing young journalist in the game, white dude, humble and shit, ready to work hard, putting the work in. Like, what if we try to do something like that and do the debate show thing? So that's how we started the bigger picture, just was impromptu and we did it. So, it's to be consistent. Elliot Wilson Experience is more me showing that like these are my relationships with artists. Like I could kick with a young buck like Cash Maine. I could kick with Havoc from Mobb Deep. Talk about a Mobb Deep album coming now with posthumous Prodigy presence on it. Like I could do all these things, and like my Ellie Wilson Experience interview is more like me, just kind of rolling up an artist, not this sort of like formal like sit down interview mic setup thing. It's more casual vibe to it. So that's what I'm trying to do there. So that's gonna drop every Thursday. Bigger Picture drops every Saturday, and just be consistent with it. And like I want to be in that conversation with whoever y'all think is hot right now, whether it's the Joe Buddens or $1 million worth of game. I know they got the 50 Cent interview coming or Drink Champs, whatever. Like, I want to be in that conversation. So whether you think I'm good enough or better or not, I want to be in a competition. I always want to compete. Wherever you rank me, I want to compete. So that's part of why I wanted to reach out to y'all. It's like, don't put me in this like Hall of Fame OG category in the conversation, whatever you got going on. And maybe my shit isn't good enough to y'all, but let me know. Like, I'm in the conversation. That's how I feel about it.
So why did the everyday struggle negotiations fall through?
Money. That's what money. Money doesn't get right. So I think they wanted Joe more than they wanted me.
Okay, so they were lowballing you.
I think they
Complex.
wanted. They wanted Joe more than they wanted me. Shout out to the good folks at the complex.
But originally it was GQ, right? That wanted this,
Yo,
correct?
you know about the UFC? Look at Daddy out here doing his work. No, I tried to get Joe to go to GQ to leverage getting a better deal overall at Complex at the time. So we took the meeting with GQ, and then I saw the genius of Joe Budden where he could like light up a room and get everybody to love him, and then turn the room against him at the same time. So shout out Joe, he's a master.
Okay,
Do you
okay.
think Everyday Struggle would have worked with you and Act as opposed to
No, in
Act and Joe?
hindsight, I think it was the right decision. That's a great point. I think in hindsight, it was actually the right thing because at that time, Act represented that younger generation, the 6ix9s, the Triple X's, and those wild boys, and he had to embrace it. So that dynamic of the older guy who doesn't get who Lil Yachty is yet, with the younger guy who's like in conversations with that movement and the Migos and everybody, like that's why it worked. So yeah, in hindsight, it was the better thing for the show and the better thing for the culture.
Would you say the bigger picture is the legacy of maybe that idea you and Joe had? It's a debate show, and
No, I don't. I'm not here to do legacy. I'm here to do like this is a current, intelligent conversation about what went down this week in hip hop. So
mm,
people get caught up in legacy. I get it. My legacy is already like it's already home. It's Jay Z. The Jersey's and the Rafters. Like I get it.
I would
But
say
my
the
whole thing is
I should
like,
have said evolution.
yeah, yeah, no. I don't think it's evolution. I just think it's what. Unfortunately, it's not everyday struggle right now. So I think it's filling a void that's needed right
Exactly.
now, where a certain polish is needed of like intelligent conversations or just smarter discussions about what's going on in hip hop. Like none of us really understand. Like for example, none of us really understand what Drake is doing, right? None of us like whether you like it or not, we still don't understand what Drake is doing. Is it fair for me to say that nobody really understands what Drake is doing?
I feel like I do, but
Agreed.
What you think?
I mean, a couple months ago, I was like telling Rory on a space, like, "Hey, man, I think Drake should drop a documentary and gain the perception of what he's done in his career back, and reframe this battle in a different way." And I think that's what he's doing right now.
Well,
He
that
hasn't
part's
said
smart
it.
with that part is smart with the 100 gigs, but then don't you kind of negate that by throwing out new music that may not be the level of quality of music that it's good but not good enough to me? It's like why didn't give us the new songs and then like are these new songs really like loosies or are they going to be on DSPs? And now you have like the weaker free pack on DSPs, and the stronger one is not available to DSPs in this world. If you're not on the DSPs, then the music doesn't really exist to the level of what it should be. To me,
Healing and No Face is great. Sorry, I love
yeah,
that.
the new ones, right? The new ones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
circadian rhythm. Come on.
Circadian
No,
Rhythm
but they
also.
can't hit. But they're not on. So why would I have my weaker free pack on DSPs and my stronger one? You can't really hear. The casual fan can't hear. Like they're not going to list if it's not on DSPs. It don't exist to
Didn't Drake used
many
to do that back
music
in the day
fans.
though? Stop, drop stuff on SoundCloud and nowhere else, or
No, I
something like
get
that.
it. Yeah, of course,
So
I
if
get
he's
it.
doing that right, if he did that back then and he's doing it now, why are you reframing it because of the battle?
Yes, you're
Yes.
judging. You're judging everything
Yes.
post battle because he lost the battle. That's nobody
I
wants to
don't know
say out
about that. I don't
loud.
know
Whoa,
about
whoa,
that.
whoa,
It's
No,
whoa,
no,
his
no,
whoa,
no,
loss.
no, no.
whoa,
This
Elliot,
is
He
Elliot.
didn't lose.
no, 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 no,
No, he
no. We
won.
following
No,
through.
he lost. He
No, he
lost.
didn't.
So
No,
come
he
on
You're
now.
didn't.
No,
talking to two
No,
major
Yo,
Drake
Danny,
fans,
you
no,
think
he
he
Elliot.
didn't.
won the battle, Danny?
Yes, yes. Let's wake it up.
How? How,
Drop,
Sway?
drop a 50 bag for the
Yo,
mob in the
Rocky, this
spot.
nigga think he won the battle for
They
real?
Yeah,
do.
man.
They
If you gonna
really
leave
Yo,
because of
do.
y'all are
that,
Joe
crashing
Budden.
out.
where's
Yo,
the
yo, come
response
on,
for
dog.
Hard Part Six? We
wake
waiting.
it up, Abdul.
Like we waiting on a
Yeah,
response. Where
that's
the
some
alligator? Come
bullshit.
on.
I could
Wake
have
it up,
rocked with that
Abdul.
shit
You
if it
just
was
he called
whatever.
you a rat. He called you a rat. I get it, Elliot. Get over it. Get over it. Put that to the wayside. Don't
They can't
become
be
a
budged. They can't have a
don't become a
non-biased debate with you,
Wait,
Rocky
Elliot.
is a
when did you
timeline
win
zombie.
though? You won with the hard part six. When did you win? Where's the point? Show me the highlight reel. Where did you win?
Oh, oh my God! Did you hear Family Matters? Amazing record. Family
Yeah, I don't
Then I
think
Matters.
he
heard
heard
Meet the
Family
Grams.
Matters.
Yo, I went to sleep and niggas woke me up talking about Kendrick got this record. Like Meet the. I dropped Family Matters. I fell asleep. I literally had people I don't even know blowing up my phone, hit me up. Elliot, wake up. Elliot, wake up. Kendrick, Meet the Grams. Put that shit up. Boom.
Wait,
Okay, I
Elliot,
get it. Maybe
do you believe the fake
maybe
daughter?
that doesn't age well, right? It's a spooky record. He
Did
doesn't have a daughter. I get
no?
all that.
I want
But
to see
not
this.
like us. Not like us, Danny. It's a knockout punch. It's a
No,
hit
it's not.
record.
No, it's not. That shit's about
It's bigger
pedophilia.
than back
I
to
don't
back,
endorse
my
that. You
nigga.
want to rap? You want raps about pedophiles? All right. But what I'm
That
saying,
doesn't matter. That
it
part's
does
not. That's
matter.
not why it
It matters to
works.
me, man. What about? All right, I gotta ask you this to see if you can be objective. Did Nas beat Jay Z?
No, why do you pick the loser in every battle? That's your favorite thing?
No, but did Nas pick Jay Z? Beat Jay Z? Did Nas beat
No,
Jay Z?
yo, not no. Nas won the battle. Jay won the war. Nas won the battle.
Ah, all right. Well,
We got
okay.
him.
Yo, Drake won the war. He's gonna win the war 10 years
No,
from now
Drake
because
wants
he's
to win the war, but he ain't winning it yet. And this strategy post battle has not been hot. This
all
shit is
right.
corny.
All
If
right.
he did this, if he just did 100 gigs, right, and then said, you know what? I said this on the bigger picture, which comes out Saturday. I was like, yo, what if he just said he's throwing out the term Iceman? What if he just said, yo, Drake, Iceman, gave us the date in October, tell us the album's coming, and then finally get low, which we all beg him, yo, dog, get low. Wouldn't that have
Nah,
more impact? Give
Drake
me
can't get
100
low.
gigs, get low, and tell me the album's coming.
He works
It,
too
it,
hard.
no, but it's no, he's desperate to. Rory says it. He's defensive Drake. He keeps responding like he's still in the battle, like circadian. Like, what are you talking about? Because Kendrick
Why?
said that word.
That's hate. That's
No,
hate.
but that's what happened. Kendrick said
Why you
that
making
word,
fun
and
of the
now this
title of
nigga's
the
making a
song, man?
song with it in there. Like, come on, dog.
Nah, that
But
shit was
Elliot,
For
hard.
real?
when you did the interview with Drake after the battle, and like you didn't have like the energy or the sentiment that
After
you're
what battle? I interviewed him
after the
Who?
before the battle.
after the
Oh,
Pusha battle in 2019.
Yes.
You didn't have the crazy sentiment that you're having. Like Drake, they criticized some of his moves after the battle. Like I'm upset, but like I think after, like, do you feel like you're holding some resentment from how he treated you with the Yes Jules
Yo, if a
comment and
nigga
everything?
say you're a rat emoji, how do you feel?
I get that. I get that. I
oh,
get
so
that.
it
But
is personal.
it is personal. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay,
exactly,
got it. Got
100%.
it.
No,
Got
but it's based in reality though. I
We
still
got
feel the
him.
way. I'm not saying that I feel that way just because of the personal shit. I'm telling you what the real is though, right? I don't know how it worked out, but the public did decide Kendrick won, and that's the world we're in. That's how it moved. I saw it in real time. Something about the hard part six set that up, set that moment up, and people grabbed it. Top Dog grabbed it. Everybody grabbed it. So that's our narrative. Like, and Drake didn't fall back at that. He said, you know what? God bless y'all niggas. Summer vibes up next. Summer vibes up next. That's what he did.
Yep.
What
You
is
saw
it?
it.
What is it? All right, so
That's what he did.
I'm interested to explore this. What is the crazy hatred some of the journalists have towards Drake, or maybe everybody has towards Drake, where it seems like Ebro, you, Joe, like y'all have
No, they have
this hatred
they hate
towards
him.
him.
They hate him because he never gave them access. I was blessed to have the access and have these interviews with him. and I appreciate that part of it. But I do feel like he did step out, and it was not warranted, whatever the rat emoji shit was. So I'm not cool with that. So I think it's unfortunate that we're not on good terms. But a lot of the other shit is like I think other outlets, because he would promise everybody I'm gonna sit with y'all, and he never would do it. So I think that built a lot of resentment that he didn't play the media game and like he smile on your face and stay in tune and say I'm gonna do drink champs, I'm gonna do this, and then never come through. So I think that builds some resentment. If you're talking about the peers outside of me, that's what happened
I
there.
think that shit is dope. But anyway, Mr. Morale.
I would love for
No, that
Rory
was
and
though.
Lowe to
I,
be on
oh,
stage, Danny. I
That
don't
what
know if
was
you can
happened?
though.
send them an invite,
Oh,
but Rory and Lowe should definitely be a part of that conversation.
Rocky, hit the
Let's
back
go.
channels. Hit the back channels. Mr.
Yeah, bring
Morale.
Rory and Lowe up.
Big Rory.
All
Roy
right,
be, Roy be defending me in my space in the spaces, man. I see my guy right there. Rory's my guy.
Rory. Oh, we're gonna talk about you and Rory real soon.
Me and Rory are besties. You know what I'm saying? Don't
We're
hate
gonna
on our
talk.
friendship.
All right,
Yeah,
Destiny,
you
go
try to
ahead.
say I tried to break up the
Uh,
Joe Budden podcast back then. I saw your
You
little
did
video,
though.
Danny.
Come on. All right, let's wake it up. The
How you try
title
to make a
deal.
podcast and give 40K to a fucking podcast that wasn't making money at that time? How's that breaking them up?
Well, the Joe would say there was a backdoor situation. Absurd. What would you
You,
think? Get
you try
ready.
to use
I
him as
would
a
think
pawn, and
that
yeah.
there was some weird
Bring Big Rory
ways
up.
that
We'll
you went
talk
to
about it.
Rory instead of just talking
Me
directly
and
to
Rory
bro.
can't go to lunch.
Because Joe
Me and
said he
Big
was
Rory
already
can't
in
go to
talks with
lunch.
Title,
I'm gonna
so
invite
it
Rory up.
seemed like there was some other dealings going on afoot.
Wait, who's this? Say it again.
Absurd.
Absurd.
Yep.
What up?
What's going on? No, I'm saying Joe had said that he was already in discussions with Title when this happened, so it seemed like odd for you to kind of go with Rory to have this
I
conversation.
love Joe. I love Joe. I started the discussions, and then he want to talk the whole, want to go over my head, be the big boss. God bless. But whatever that's saying to you is, I'm aware of what we can do in our position. So you're not really going over my head. It's what it is. You know.
Hmm.
Yeah, Danny
Why
had
is
all
there
his
a need for that?
facts wrong in that
I did
entire
not get
video.
the. I got the. I'm
Big
misinfo.
Rory.
But it's just odd to me. Like I do see Joe's point, and anybody knows that I be disagreeing with Joe. I be throwing Joe under the bus, but I do think it's odd that you have this deal with Title that might go through, and then it doesn't fall. It falls through, and then there's a Rory playlist on Title for the free skis. It seemed odd to me, guys. I'm sorry, it just don't
Wait,
seem
what was
right.
it, Rory? What was Rory did a Devin the Do playlist? What was the other playlist? We didn't do sleeper playlist with Rory. I don't
No,
think
I think we did Devin the Dude and
Devin
Fonte.
the
But where
Do.
where where the timeline is completely wrong and what Danny put up. Me and Elliot went to lunch as friends, like not on some podcast shit.
Mm,
And he mentioned he had a title deal. And I said, all right, cool, I'll talk to Joe. He had not negotiated with title whatsoever. Elliot
Yep.
was still in the early phases of even putting that together. So he's like, yo, I got a situation. I was like, cool, I'll talk to Joe. And then it was over. He wasn't negotiating with title at that time.
after that was after. All right. Um.
And there's no three sides to that story. That's actually the facts. And you're sitting with 2/3 of the people that were there.
No, yeah, I was just going off what Joe said because Joe said he was already in negotiations when y'all were talking.
He wasn't.
Mm, mm.
And me and
Well,
Elliot were just going to lunch, and he happened to mention it at the end. And I said, bet, I'll talk to Joe. And then from there, whatever negotiations happened, I wasn't a part of, which is cool, whatever. But yes, that timeline was completely wrong.
Yeah, but Rory, I think Joe could look at it like Elliot's trying to fish for information, so he took you out to lunch, and maybe that's how he's looking at it.
What
Who knows?
information? Y'all got the hottest fucking
He could look at
podcast.
it
I'd like
all
to
he
be in
wants.
business with you.
Yeah, Elliot just got to title and was like, yo, I'm trying to do some podcast show. I was like, oh, cool, all right, man. Like we talked for
Yo, I
2 hours
remember.
before
Yo,
that
so
had nothing to do with podcast.
here's a funny story. So so I turned down Everyday Struggle, right? As everybody knows. And then I was like, yo, I started to realize, oh, this shit might hit. Oh my God, like fuck. This is gonna work with this academics kid. So I invited Ian and Joe to Rock Nation. They're up in Rock Nation. Joe Budden took a Rock Nation hat home. And I was like,
I
yo,
remember that.
I did the Jay-Z line. I said, I don't know whether to clap him or dap him. It's like, yo, I get that this shit's gonna work. I told him to his face. So at that point, my whole reserve was, I'm at Title. I just got the job. Let me build a podcast network. I got the Rap Radar thing. We're gonna come back. Let me get Joe Budden podcast. Like I got like Joe's gonna catch a wave with this shit. With everything, it's gonna help his podcast. Let's do a deal here. And our other vision was Angie Martinez. Angie Martinez in real life, what's right now, was originally in real life with her and Minya Miss Info. That was the
mm,
original incarnation of it. So I was like, if I got those three to start, me, Mouse and Miss Info and Angie, we out of here. It's a podcast network. So I tried to make that happen. It didn't happen, but that's what my intention was.
What was the terms of the deal? Like, how long was it supposed to be?
6 months,
Six
40K.
months. Yeah.
40K a
Okay.
month when they weren't making money yet. So 40K a month, like y'all, like Jay has a line in the Drake album, like y'all know the price of everything with the value of nothing. If you ain't made no money yet from your podcast, how is me sending you 40K a month insulting? What math is that? Like I don't get it. Like
Also,
then God
revisionist
bless.
history.
Yeah, God bless.
I
You know
I
they
thought the
leveled
deal
up.
we shouldn't
They
take it either.
leveled up and changed. Like they leveled up and changed the game, and they got the deal with Spotify. God bless. Like none of us could deny that. Like they built it. So Rory Mull and Joe built that. So it's amazing. But I wasn't. I did the best I could with what I had at that time, and Jay was on board with all of that. So whatever Joe said he had talked to Jay directly, like it's that. It's like it didn't matter. It's like I'm in all the emails with everything. Like I'm the one trying to advocate for this and say this is what we should do and make it happen. So
So you're saying Joe backdoored you? Wow, that's crazy. Okay.
it's not all the way a back door. It just was what it was. It's trying to
All right.
go over somebody's head where it wasn't like really necessary. It's not a back door.
So
It's
it would
more
have been.
like it wasn't necessary to make it about unless Jay or Dez says it to me, it's real or what I want from them. It's like, because we were fighting over small things about like the YouTube and how many days before it would go to our platform opposed to the YouTube. And
Who's that? Coffee?